No jail time for an Iowa man who, as a teen, was filmed sexually molesting a one-year-old baby.
A 19-year-old man who raped a toddler on camera will not face any jail time after he pled guilty to a lesser charge. Now, this story involves a man by the name of Kraigen Grooms, who also goes by the name Kraigen Simmer. And 2 years ago, in 2014, he got caught because he had posted a video on a child pornography website showing him having sex with a girl under the age of 2 years old.
It's a very strange case and very unusual circumstances.
Wapello County Attorney Gary Oldenburger says not every case is black and white. Kraigen Grooms' case is one of those. It started as a federal child pornography case.
These guys would troll through those websites where children and teenagers frequent and chat, and they would chat with them online.
He says two men pretended to be a teenage girl to be Grooms and asked him to perform sex acts.
If they could convince someone to do some kind of sexual activity, they would record that.
Oldenburger says Grooms did not know he was being recorded when he touched the one-year-old girl in these apartments.
Kraigen Grooms, now 19, was just 17 years old when he was arrested back in 2014 by federal authorities targeting a child pornography ring involving hundreds of victims in 37 states. Dubbed Operation Roundtable, the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement Homeland Security Investigations team arrested 14 people suspected of producing and distributing child porn. Grooms was one of them after being seen on a videotape sexually abusing a baby.
He admitted to raping a 2-year-old girl in April of 2013, actually, when he was 16 years old, while another man in New Orleans watched and recorded the abuse. Grooms was initially charged with second-degree sexual abuse, a Class B felony that carries a potential 25-year prison term. He pleaded guilty to a lesser charge of engaging in a lascivious act with a child. It's incredible. He had sex with a baby on camera, okay? No time in prison.
Still, some Ottumwa residents told me that's not right.
He should have known right from wrong, but he still did it, and it's still wrong.
One of the most significant factors in Grooms' sentencing was the victim's family's wishes.
They were concerned that he'd be on the sex offender registry and that he'd go to treatment, but they really didn't want him to be in jail or to be in prison.
He says Grooms was evaluated by a psychologist and not deemed a risk.
I don't believe that he has a particular interest in repeating this kind of behavior.
Grooms has been in jail for the past 2 years awaiting trial after he pled guilty to one count of engaging in a lascivious act with a child. But Wapello County Judge Myron Gookin sentenced him to just a 10-year suspended prison sentence after accepting Grooms' guilty plea. He'll now be required to register as a sex offender for life.
And I don't want to be overly draconian in our punishments. It's not a thing that I'm pushing for overall. And I'm not on the warpath to try kids younger and younger as adults. And if he was 8 years old, then that's a whole different story, because 8-year-olds don't quite know what they're doing anywhere near the degree to 16-year-olds. But looking at it from the outside, 16-year-olds are cognizant of what they're doing. He's tried as an adult. How much more vicious and horrible can it be than raping a 2-year-old? Why are we doing a slap on the wrist for that?
I don't get it.
It's
I don't
maddening.
get it.